We go. Hello, Lateilla. Thank you so much for joining your small business podcast. How are you today?
I am good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here
Thank
and kind of talk to you.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
excited you're here with me. So, of course, let's introduce you. So, tell everyone, who you are, what you do, and how has your entrepreneur journey got you to where you are today?
Okay. So, as you said, my name is Latila, and I am a TikTok marketing strategist. So, essentially, what I do is I help my clients market their businesses on TikTok on that platform. And so, we do a lot of like content strategy, but not just content strategy, because I find one of the things that's missing from um, coaches who do like TikTok marketing or TikTok growth. A lot of people are TikTok growth strategists. So they help you grow. So you get massive audiences, but they don't actually help you to monetize those audiences.
Mm.
And so that's often the gap that people have. So there'll be people with like 10, 20,000 followers, and they're like, well, I don't make any money from TikTok. And I'm like, but you have a business. How is that possible?
Yeah.
So that's essentially what I do. I help fill that gap where it's like, I don't just focus on growth. Yes, growth is great. We want that. But also, while we're growing, we also want to make sure that you're actually monetizing and you're actually implementing the marketing strategies necessary in order for you to monetize your business on that platform.
Oh, this is so exciting
Yeah.
because TikTok, is one of the biggest platform. It is like blown up, especially since the pandemic.
Yeah.
And this is everyone's trying to do it. Everyone's trying to do what you do at this point. So that's
Yes.
exciting to know that you have something that everybody wants. You have some information that, ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
everybody wants your information. Yes. And today, that's what we're going to cover. We're going to cover TikTok monetization and growing and all
Mhm.
that good stuff. But first, let me say congratulations to you because on your TikTok, you have like 34,000 followers. And I was,
Yes.
wow, she is really doing it because I was all over your page. I'm looking at my 289. I said, what in the world do I need to do with this? Because I am not doing what she's doing. I know that for a fact. So that is awesome. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's, I think that it's fairly easy to grow. Well, for me, it's fairly easy to grow on TikTok. It's really a matter of consistency. And once you figure out like what the people want from you, you give them that and they're good. Right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
don't that sound simple? That just sounded so
I know.
simple what you just said, like you just summed it up. But obviously, I guess you got to put a little bit more than that. But basically, that's the bottom line.
Yes.
Give them what they want, and they will keep coming back and grow from that. Um, so, what made you pick TikTok as your main marketing channel for
Oh.
you to focus on instead of the other social media platforms?
Oh, this is good. This is a good story actually,
Mhm.
because I actually started off on Instagram.
Okay.
So I was a social media manager initially. Like my first business was social media management, and I did a lot of work on Instagram. I had the whole like help businesses grow on Instagram, but I would like essentially control your social media. So I'll do your posts, I'll do your engagement, I'll do your hashtag research, all of the things, right? And while I was helping other businesses to grow, what I found is that I got really, really, really burnt out because in order to grow on Instagram, like organically on that platform, if you're not sending people from a different platform to Instagram, you're just like on Instagram and you're like, I want to grow on Instagram, it's quite difficult. And it requires a lot of engagement strategy. It requires a lot of time, essentially. You have to have the perfect content. You have to have the perfect captions. You have to do a ton of hashtag research. Like I would spend hours researching hashtags. You
Wow.
have to like make sure that your caption is great. Like it's a lot that goes into marketing on Instagram. And I got really, really, really burnt out. So I was like, listen, I can't do this. So I'm just going to take a break. So essentially, what happened was because I was so burnt out, I was like, listen, I can't continue investing this kind of time into Instagram because I feel like first of all the growth is really really slow. If you want to grow, you really do need that engagement. Like you have to go out and engage with people. So if you talk to anybody who does like Instagram strategy, one of the things you would always hear is you need to have an engagement strategy. So you engage 30 minutes before you post, and then you make your
Yeah.
post, and then you engage 30 minutes out. It's a thing, right? It works,
Mhm.
but it's time consuming.
Yes.
So because I got burnt out, I essentially, what happened was I quit. So I quit that business. I was like, I'm done with this. It's not good for my health. It's not good for my mental health.
Hmm.
So I essentially was just like, okay, I'm done with this. And so I got on TikTok as a way to take a break from Instagram. I did not get on TikTok to start a business. I got on TikTok because I was like, I essentially failed my last business and I need a break, right?
Hmm.
So I'm just gonna go on TikTok because everybody was on TikTok, watching funny videos. So I was like, yeah, let me go relax.
Hmm.
So get on TikTok and I start noticing patterns, right? So I'm like, hold on. There are people who are posting on TikTok getting millions and millions of views for these, what, 10-second video,
Yeah.
20-second videos.
Yeah.
And the video that really made it click for me, the video that really made me say like, I'm gonna do it, was a video of these two little boys, and one of them threw a football to the other one, and it was in slow mo, and it has some jazz music behind it, and that was the video, and it went mega viral.
Wow.
Like, it was crazy, and I was like, "That's it? That's the video that everybody's going crazy over? Like, really? That is that easy?" So I was like, "No, okay, I got to figure this out." So I was like, "All right, I'm gonna try again on TikTok, but I'm not gonna do social media management because first of all, if I'm doing TikTok, a lot of small business owners, you're the face of your business, right?
Mhm.
So it's no way I can make a video for you as you,
Yeah.
right? So what I
Yeah.
can do though is I can coach you, I can help you figure it out, but first I got to figure it out. So that's when I really started trying to figure out TikTok. That's when I really started trying to like, okay, well, how does this algorithm work? Well, what do I need to post? What do I need to say? How are people making these videos go viral? So that's when the whole thing really started. So I started on Instagram, got burnt
Mm.
out, and then I got on TikTok like to take a break and figured out like, well, why not? It's easier, and I prefer just talking to the camera rather than making a carousel or typing out a bunch of text. Like, if you ask me what I prefer doing in terms of marketing, give me talking any day. I can talk to you
Mhm.
all day. Okay. I don't want to type. I don't want to write. I don't want to do the emails. I don't want to do the captions. I don't want to do all of that stuff. I just want to talk. It's easier for me. So that's what I prefer.
You over here making me think. Maybe I need to just focus on TikTok because you're right. It really is easier because I know with Instagram, and I'm one of those people that is on my Instagram page telling people you need to don't just post and ghost. Make sure that you
Exactly.
engaged with your followers, and then do that. Look up the hashtags and engage with
Mm-hmm.
those followers and follow them hashtags. And you're right, it is a lot of work that goes into it. I
Yeah.
mean, yes, it is beneficial, and if you get to the end game of what you're trying to get to, but to grow your page like that, it's a lot of work. And you're right, TikTok is easy. I noticed that with people don't even read captions. Like, I made TikTok
They
yesterday and I put a little caption, but I was like, people don't even read that because you kind of don't even see it. You don't really pay
Yeah.
attention to it. You're more into the video itself. So you don't even have to worry about captions or anything. You're
Yeah.
exactly
So
right.
listen, on TikTok, I use captions as kind of a call to action, kind of like to encourage you to do something, but I don't use it as a way to educate you. So like on Reels, so people think like TikTok and Reels are the same, but they're really not,
Mm-mm.
because on Reels, a lot of people will use the format of like they put some information and then they'll say like read the caption to learn how, or read the
Yeah.
caption, right? This format doesn't work on TikTok because first of all, when you TikTok has originally they only had 150 characters for caption, right? That's characters.
Hmm.
And so it's not very long. And
No.
you can't really explain anything first of all, and that includes your hashtags. So you didn't have a lot of space, right? But now they've increased the caption to 500 characters, and I personally don't think that it even makes sense to write a bunch of stuff in your caption because the text on the caption is white,
Hmm.
and a lot of times the contrast with your background, it's it makes it difficult to read the actual caption. So a lot of people, they'll write this long caption and then I'm like, well, but I can't read it.
Yeah.
So I never write a long caption. I use captions as, if anything, I'm just saying like, oh, go to the comments, go leave a comment, or go join my free challenge in my bio or something. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
not actually giving information. All the information is on the video. If
Right.
it's
It is. It is because as you're talking, I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, when I look at videos, I'm not reading any captions. I'm not even looking at the hashtags. I'm just watching the video itself and then just move on to the
exactly,
next one. I'm not reading anything. But on Instagram, I'm reading the captions and yeah, looking
yep,
at the carousels and reading what's in the carousels and yeah. After this show, I'm gonna be second. I'm like, maybe I need to focus on TikTok for a little while because my TikTok isn't it's not hitting as much as my Instagram is, but you're so right. Never even thought about this. My goodness. Um, let's see. For someone, let's say there's somebody who has completely zero followers. What
okay.
would you say is the first thing they should do to build their audience?
I always start with research. Always, always, always. And so, okay. So the beautiful thing about TikTok is that even if you have zero followers, it doesn't matter. Your video, I've seen people go viral on their very first video.
Mm,
And it doesn't matter if you have zero followers or not, your content will still get pushed out to people. So if your goal is like, I want to grow, first thing you got to do is figure out, well, what is happening in my niche? What are other people who have grown big audiences in my niche? What are they actually posting? But not necessarily. Okay, so we're looking at a couple of things. So we're looking at what topics are they posting, and we're also looking at what content format. And the content format gets people tripped up, right? Because they can find the topics really easily. So they go and they find like, oh, everybody on this in this niche is talking about X, Y, and Z, right? But
mm,
what's the format? How did they present this information? And the how is really important because the platform likes, I guess, certain structures. So if you're able to structure your video in the way that already works, so sometimes that can be just text on the screen with music in the background. Sometimes that can be like one of those dialogue type videos.
mm.
Sometimes that can be just you talking to the camera, right, with a really strong hook. So it really depends. What I would suggest is do some content research, do some research on the actual platform and figure out like what's going on here. How are people, what are people doing, right?
Mm.
And once you figure out what people are actually doing on the platform, then you can create, just use the same format but put your own content into it. And then you're going to just test different formats until you figure out which one works. And once you figure it out, you just keep doing that. So
That's a
it's pretty simple. Like it's not hard. It just takes a little bit to figure it out.
It is. I was on there last night, right? And there was a guy. He had probably maybe 100K followers. And it was crazy. I was so amazed because every single video, he didn't say a word. He was just eating some food or drinking a drink. He had the same background. You know how it wasn't music, but it was somebody laughing. That was the
Mm-hmm.
background. And he just wrote a caption, like a really funny caption. And that was it.
That's
I
it.
said, this dude has 100K. He ain't said nothing. Nothing. And I'm telling you, it's the same. It's the same laugh
Yep.
on every single video. I mean, he probably had, I don't know, maybe 120 videos, but it was the same laugh on every video with just different caption. I said, he done figured it out. What in the
Yep.
it's just amazing how simple it is.
It is.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was
So you
fascinated
you
last
you
night.
just got to figure out your format. Whatever format works for you, whatever format
Mm-hmm.
works for your business, then you
That's
use that and you go with it, right? You just run with it. And the thing is like you're not going to stop testing other formats. So people usually like they just stick to the one format if it works and then they never test anything else and that's fine. But I always still continue to test. But keep your original format. For me, my format that works is just talking to the camera. I just
it.
get on there and I say what I gotta say and I go about my business and that's it. Obviously, there's still more to it than me just talking to the camera because there's a lot of people who talk to the camera and their videos don't perform as well. But it's because again, with me talking to the camera, there's still a format. Like I still need to find a really good hook. I still need to figure out how can I keep you engaged throughout this video. And then when I have a call to action, how am I going to put it on the screen? Am I just going to use text? Am I going to sit with my mouth? Like all of that still you got to figure it out. But once you figure out the format that works, you just keep doing that and you're good.
Yeah. And like you said, you're just giving them what they want. Once you find that, we're always talking about measuring and looking at your analytics. And once you get that video that's got, I don't know, 10, 20,000 views,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you just keep doing it over and
Yep.
over and over again. Yeah, you make it sound so easy. You really do.
It's
It's just because you have
easy.
a gift.
It
It's such
just
a gift.
requires a little it requires a little bit of work and a little bit of
Hmm.
testing and some consistency. But essentially, I feel like TikTok is one of the easiest platforms to grow on just because of the way that the platform is structured, the way that the algorithm um, pushes out content makes it a
Hmm.
lot easier to grow on than other platforms.
It really does. So, what do you say to people who are hesitant about being on camera and making videos for the world to see? How can they get over that fear? A lot of people are camera shy and they don't want to videotape themselves. They'd rather
Right.
do something else. So, what do you say to those people?
Okay. So it depends on what your business is. So for some businesses, you don't actually need to be on camera, right? Especially if you have like a physical product, and especially if it's a physical product that is handmade, you
Hmm.
really don't actually need to be on camera. Your content can blow up. You can get a bunch of sales without you ever actually showing your face, right?
Hmm.
And I've seen some crazy marketing strategies on TikTok where it's just like you don't even know who runs the account, but the content is either like really funny or really engaging in some way. And so you're just like, yeah, I want to try this. And that's the type of content that blows up. But if you are a service-based business, if you work with clients one-on-one, if you are the type of person where your business requires you, like if you are the face of your business essentially, you're going to have to get on camera. And what I usually do with my clients is we figure out, so this is a tip that I give. All you need to do is record your video, record a video as if you are sending it to a friend or a family member or somebody who's really close to you, right? So you're essentially not even creating the content for TikTok, right? So because you need to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, because on TikTok, the culture is not like, like how on Instagram everybody wants to be perfect, and you want to
Hmm.
show your perfect life, highlight reel, all of that. But on TikTok, they a lot of the times your content performs better if it feels more authentic, if it feels real, if it feels like I'm talking to you like this on video camera, like we're on FaceTime. If you can give that kind of feeling in your content, then it's going to perform better. So if you just pretend that you are creating your video for somebody close to you, so like I would pretend I'm sending this video to my sister. So I'm going to create the video with her in mind. I'm going to
Hmm.
send this video to her potentially, right? Once the video was recorded and I edited it, I did all of the, like I cut out all of the pauses and things like that. Then this, I have a piece of content that I can send to my sister, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it on TikTok instead.
Okay.
So the thing is, now you've recorded your content and you don't feel self-conscious about it. You don't feel like super awkward in front of the camera, because in the first place, when you were recording it, you weren't thinking about TikTok. You weren't
Hmm.
thinking about how people are going to receive this. You weren't thinking about, well, what if they don't like my face, or what if they don't like how I'm dressed, or what if they don't, all the what ifs, right? You were actually just thinking, well, my sister or my brother or my whoever needs me to help them with this topic, and I am just creating a video to help them with the topic. And that's it. That's all you need to do.
That's great because like you said on Instagram, everybody looks just so put together and the makeup is flawless and they have on the
Yep.
lashes and everybody just looks so perfect and they're out there with their coffee on the beach or whatever. But on TikTok, it's like everybody's at home, they chilling there in their jogging pants, their hair is up in a bun, and they making videos
Exactly.
and going viral, and it's amazing. Like this is the best time I think to be yourself and
Yes.
make these videos because everybody's loving it. Like you said, it's people love that. Just
Yeah.
they don't want the fake you.
Exactly. If you are able, the more relatable you are, the better your chances of your content performing well. That's
Mm.
it. If you can find a way to be yourself, and I'll give you an example actually, because I had a client who we wanted to share her story because I she had like this amazing story, and I was just like, listen, you have to if you share your story, I guarantee you're gonna blow up on TikTok. I guarantee you it, right? She created the like I even wrote down like the points for her. I told her like send me yours just like you give me your story in 5 sentences, send it to me. I will write you a script. And
Mm-hmm.
all you got to do is just read the script, right? So she sent me the 5 sentences. I wrote her a whole script. She recorded the video, posted it, crickets. So I went and watched the video and I was like, you know what the problem is? You know what it is, right? You recorded the video, but when you recorded it, you didn't speak in the way that you talk to me. I need you to record the video like the way how you talk to me. Okay. When we're talking and we are just like being ourselves, the language that you use, the cadence that you use, mannerisms that you use when you're talking to me, I need you to do that in the
Mm-hmm.
video. So record the video for me. Okay. Do it again and do it for me. She did again, posted it, went viral. And
Wow.
I was like, do you see the difference? In one of them, it was very much like, I have to be professional. I'm very, it's kind of
Yeah.
uptight. And the other one, she made it for me. So it was very relaxed, very chill. She was, she did it how she does it. And she talks like how she normally talks. And it made such a huge difference. And I was like, that's it. All you have to do is be yourself.
Wow.
That's it.
Just be yourself. And it
Yep.
sounds so easy, right? Just be yourself.
It does
And
sound
people
easy,
just
but
can't do it.
it's hard. If when you're recording your content, you do like I said, if you're able to think of somebody who you're familiar with and you know that person is not going to judge you, you know that you could just be yourself around them and you create the content for that person, then it becomes a lot easier for you to be yourself.
Wow, that's an amazing tip to do. That is an amazing tip. So what videos for you give you the most engagement? Is it like, do you do any of the, because like I said, I did look through some of your
Hmm.
stuff, but do you do any of the dancing videos or the ones
Oh
that where you
no.
just, I don't
Listen,
like those either.
I'm not gonna be on I listen, no. Okay, I don't do the dancing videos. They do work. I'm not gonna like if you learn the TikTok dances, because there are dances like that people create specifically for TikTok. If you do
Mm-hmm.
those, you're definitely gonna get some views. Those do work, right? Because they're trending.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to create dancing videos. I do not ever create dancing videos. For me, I like to just talk to the camera. A lot of times, if you have a really good hook, if you have something that gives people a reason to continue watching, to first of all stop scrolling and continue watching the video. So if you promise something really juicy that your audience really wants to know about, or if you're helping them solve some kind of problem, then that usually works really well to get people to stop scrolling and watch the rest of your video. But for me, a lot of my content that I think performs well. So originally when I started, I used to post a lot of, and I still do post a lot of marketing tips, just social media marketing in general. That worked really well because a lot of people struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also do like TikTok updates. TikTok updates work really well for me as well. Because for whatever reason, it's always a debate about whether or not you like the updates that TikTok have.
Yeah.
And so and then some people would have the updates and some people wouldn't. So all of the people who have it will be like, oh yeah, I have it and I like it, or I don't like it. And then all of the people who don't have it will be like, well, I don't have it. What are you talking about? And just because I'm like, well, here is an update. And then they will be in the comments, well, I don't have the update. I don't have the update. And then that creates that kind of engagement
Yeah.
for that video. And then the algorithm pushes it because it's causing people to stop and then watch a video and then the comment, and then maybe even share it. So basically, if you're able to create any type of content that causes some type of engagement, then you're good.
Yeah, I think I'm one of those too. I don't like the dancing videos. My kids do that all the time, and they're always like, "Mom, we're gonna teach you this dance." I'm like, "No, I don't care." Like, and I swear, I don't know. It's just me. Forgive me, but I cannot stand those. dancing videos, that the viral ones where people are just moving their arms, and now every time I see one or my kids are doing it, I'm like, y'all, you're not really dancing, right? You're just moving your arms. You ain't even moving the rest of your body. It drives me insane. But those are the videos everybody loves, and they go viral.
They do, but I think for businesses, like there's, I don't know what side of TikTok you're on. There are different sides of TikTok, right? So it
Oh,
depends
tell
on
me, what
what your
sides
algorithm,
are there? There are different
it
sides.
depends on what your algorithm is what the algorithm is showing you and recommending for you. So
Yeah.
there's some parts of TikTok that is very heavy into like on my on my business page. A lot of the content on the For You page there is very long videos. It's more educational. It's more aimed at teaching you something. So you're going to learn something, right?
Hmm.
But on my personal page, where I don't post anything on that page, that's just like a page that I go look for trends and stuff.
Hmm.
On that page, I get a lot of the funny videos. I don't get dances, but I get a lot of um, comedic type content where it's like
Hmm.
very funny or very interesting. And those videos are really, really short. So it depends on like what is the showing you, what topics are the algorithm showing you, then you will start seeing like different types of videos that perform really well. Because a lot of times on my business page, all of the videos that are going viral are longer videos. They're long explanations of a topic that, like, it's like people have this question but they didn't even know they had the question, or
Hmm.
they've probably thought about it but they've never like vocalized it or went to search for it. So now that somebody is like coming and just giving you the answer, it's
Hmm.
very interesting. So those videos tend to perform really well.
Yeah, because I noticed that even like when I've made my videos, that they've upped the time to about 3 minutes. And I was
Mhm.
so excited because I was like, great, because I do social media tips too. And I was like, oh, I can really, 3 minutes is a lot of time. You don't think it is, but it really is if you're talking or whatever. But yeah, I didn't even think about. And you made a good point too. How you said you have two pages. You got one just for research, and then you have the one that you use to market with.
Yeah.
And that's a really good tip. I hadn't even thinking about that, having two pages. And like I said, it's so simple. It's like, why didn't I think about
Yeah.
that? Okay. So, what is the best hashtag strategy to use on TikTok? And is there any difference, like from using Instagram and TikTok hashtags, or
Yeah.
how is it?
Okay, so on Instagram, the hashtags show you how many posts are inside of the hashtag, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you'll go there, you'll see like 100,000 posts. So which means there are 100,000 actual posts that have been made on Instagram, and they all have that hashtag, right? So on Instagram, it's fairly easy to figure out is a hashtag saturated or not, right? If you see like 10 million views, 10 million posts, you're probably not going to use that hashtag because it's a very active hashtag, right?
Mm-hmm.
On TikTok, it's not the same. So the hashtags on TikTok show you views instead of posts. And what that means is that if you make one video and that one video got 10 million views and the video had the hashtag small business podcast or your small business podcast on it, then that hashtag your small business podcast will have 10 million views off of that one video.
I
So
believe
they
so. I really do. I had no idea it was views.
Yeah. So a lot of people will try to use the Instagram strategy on TikTok, and you'll be like, "Well, I'm only using hashtags that have like less than 100,000 views." But what that means is that nobody's actually like those videos inside of the hashtag. Probably there's 100 videos in there. You have 100,000 views. Probably they did not get that far. They didn't reach very far, right? So when you are looking for hashtags on TikTok, what I would say is stay away from the general hashtags. There are two things. Stay away from the general hashtags, right? So the hashtags like FYP, For You page,
Mhm.
um, XYZ, ABC, those hashtags are general hashtags. And what it means is that if you go through that hashtag, you'll see a bunch of different niches in there. A bunch of different types
Mm.
of videos. They're not related to each other at all.
Right.
So instead, what you need to start to do is figure out, well, what hashtags are going to help the algorithm show my video to the right people.
Mm.
What hashtags do I need to put on this video? Because hashtags are for the algorithm to categorize your content. So what hashtags do I need to put on this video to help the algorithm say, okay, I know exactly who would like this video.
Mm.
So when the algorithm shows your video to that person, then the that person reacts to that video being like, oh yeah, oh actually I did want to learn about it, or I do like this topic, or I am kind of interested in this, let me see what she has to say. Then essentially that person is telling the algorithm, yeah, this is good content, and then the algorithm can show it to more people who would like that video.
That I really hope. I'm gonna make sure that when I do the intro for this podcast, I tell everybody you're gonna have to get a piece of paper and pencil to listen to this one because you're going to want to take notes. Like you are schooling me too. I tell people all the time, with my podcast guests, I learned as much as everybody else. I am telling you, when I make a video, and I saw that like the For You page hashtag, it has like 1 billion.
Yep.
In my head, I'm looking at it like Instagram. I'm like 1 billion posts have used this hashtag. It's too saturated. I can't use it. That's what I was thinking in my head, which is the total opposite. It's like, no, it's 1 billion views.
Right.
Lord, no wonder I only have 289 followers on TikTok.
So for hashtags like the For You page hashtag, so for me, I don't recommend, I
Mm-hmm.
don't judge hashtags based on views. I judge based on the content of the hashtag.
Right.
So go in there, see what's in there. Is it what you want to be categorized as? If it is, then you use that. If it's not, then maybe you want to think about it.
That's a good tip because I've never even thought about that either. Even when it comes to other platforms and looking at that hashtag and looking at that content and
Mm-hmm.
seeing if you want your content to be under that hashtag where people, will find you or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are some really, really good tips. But I swear, I'm like, that meant views. I just can't believe. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is your opinion about using TikTok paid ads to get more eyes on your page? Would you recommend people doing that? And if so, do you think the ads really work?
Okay. So I do think that TikTok paid ads work, but they work if the original post that you're making, if it worked organically, then it'll work as a paid ad,
Okay.
right? And so the mistake that a lot of people make is that they're like, well, I'm going to create a brand new creative in order to boost it or get people to my page or my website or whatever. Great, but did it work organically? Because if it didn't work organically, you're essentially just burning money, right? If
Yeah.
if people weren't originally engaging with it, when you're sending this ad to, so you can just test it out, just use it like as a testing ground, right?
Mhm.
If you have a video that's already working, then using that to either um a lot of times I find like it's better if you're using ads to drive traffic to your page, like to get people to follow you, and then you can nurture them from there. But it is possible if you have a really good product, if you have a video that performed really, really well and it was about your product and people loved it, then I would suggest you use ads to boost that video.
Mhm.
If you don't have any videos like that and you're like, well, I don't have anything where I'm directly marketing my product and it's worked, then I would suggest you use ads to get people, like boost your following. So they're going to go to your page, you're going to invite them to go to your page, and then you can use your page as maybe like a nurture sequence, especially if you have the right type of videos on there to nurture them. Then it's going to be easier to either get them on your email list or a text message list or some other environment where you can convert them.
That makes a lot of sense. I swear to you, you making it like say you just have a gift when it comes to TikTok. Like you're explaining everything and just making it sound so easy. You make it, you make you feel. I want everybody to walk away from this episode and just be like, "Yes, I can do this. I am
You
going to go
can.
viral on TikTok." Like that is like what. That's what I'm getting. That's what you're giving. Like you can do this. It's easy. You explain it so well. You really do.
Oh,
Um, what is an easy way for people to find their target market on TikTok? I'm pretty sure it's hashtags. Something to do with that, maybe?
Um, you mean, okay, by this question, are you saying how do you get in front of your target audience on TikTok?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, we're going to do the research, right? So, let's assume that you already did the research. You already know what topics are working. You already know what formats you should be trying and testing out. Then it is a matter of what it's really coming down to what is the topic of your video and the hashtags and the whatever you put in the captions, because captions are essentially keywords, right? TikTok's algorithm, you and even if you don't put any hashtags or any, like, yeah, if you don't put any hashtags in your captions and you just put some words in there, the algorithm uses the words to categorize your content as well. So they're essentially keywords. So whether or not you use hashtag is not super, super important. It's more about, like, did you put any keywords in here? And all
Mhm.
of the text on your video, all the words that you say, everything about your video will help the algorithm to figure out, well, who should I be showing this to? If in
Okay.
this video I am talking about a TikTok feature, then the algorithm already knows, like, the people who I'm going to show this to are people who are interested in new TikTok features, people who are interested in learning more about the app itself, right?
Mhm.
If I'm sharing, for example, oh yeah, this is a trending sound that's happening on TikTok, then the algorithm also knows, like, okay, well, her audience or her content is generally about TikTok. It's generally about content marketing. It's generally about marketing in general. So I'm going to show this to the people who are going to be interested in those topics, or the people who might be interested in those topics. So they're not necessarily, they're not necessarily people who already are interested in that, or already are following that, but
Mhm.
also the people who might be interested in it, because the algorithm is a recommendation algorithm. So it's essentially calculating what are you interested in and what
Mhm.
else might you be interested in, and showing you that to kind of test the content that you actually want to see.
Oh, that's some awesome tips. And I didn't even think about how the keywords and the captions actually that TikTok is looking at that too.
Yeah.
Um, that is wow. You have some great tips. You have some business courses and you do consultations. Tell us about that, about the business courses,
Mm-hmm.
what they're all about, where we can find those.
Okay, so for my clients, I have like a couple different ways that you can work with me. So my main offer is a 3 month course, not a 3 month program. Actually, it's not a course. So it's a hybrid program. So there is like pre-recorded content, and then we also have coaching session twice per week, and it's like a 12-week program, and essentially we go over everything. We revamp your entire marketing strategy from the ground up, because a lot of times what happens is I can give you all the TikTok strategies I want to give you. I can give you all the marketing strategies. It doesn't matter if you don't have the foundation. And a lot of people don't have the foundation, right? Or it's like, you're like, well, I know who my ideal client is. I know who my target audience is, but you don't understand how to apply that to your content. And a lot of people struggle in that area. So we just start from the beginning, okay, from scratch. And with that program, essentially, the entire goal is for you to get really, really good at marketing and really, really good at TikTok. So it is a TikTok marketing program. And you can't, because it is like structured and meant for content marketing, you can also apply all of these things to other platforms that have
Mhm.
short form video content. So it is like, essentially, like I said, content marketing program, but for TikTok. And if you want to learn other platforms and apply those strategies, it will work as well. So
Mhm.
that's the main program that I offer, and it's a group coaching program, but I do offer it one-on-one for those people who are like, well, I don't want to do it in a group. There is the one-on-one option as well.
Okay.
And then I also do like one-off or one-time consultations. So for those is 60 minutes, and we essentially talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you're struggling with your content, if you need content ideas, if you need like an actual marketing strategy, if you need to figure out, well, what's going on with my account, if you need like an audit and you want me to go through your account and tell you like what you're doing wrong and what you should be doing
Mhm.
instead, we can handle all of that inside that one-on-one session. And then the last way is I do have like digital products. So I have like my TikTok booster pack. I have a masterclass, content to cash masterclass that I have that people can get. Essentially, if you're just like, I want something really quick right now,
Mhm.
I want to learn some stuff right now, then you can always go ahead and get those.
Oh, that sounds awesome. All the
Yeah.
packages. And I love how you, with the 3 months, you do the like live one-on-one coaching sessions twice a week, which that's
Mhm.
awesome to have that one-on-one time. So that's some awesome packages.
Yeah.
Wow. I know you're doing really well because you have 34,000 followers. Like, yeah, you are really racking it in. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Because you are really awesome at what you do. You really do. Even in this short amount of time, I feel like it was like you're giving, all my listeners and me like a coaching session. We just had a coaching session, is
Yeah.
what we just had. It's amazing. It is amazing. So, how can the listeners connect with you on TikTok and the other platforms?
All right. So on my username on all platforms is at Latila. That's it. It's very
Love
easy to find me. Okay. You just type my name in there. You'll find me. Super
it.
easy.
Love it.
Um, so yeah, that's essentially, you can also if you want to talk with me, you can send me an email, hello@latila.com. And that's pretty much it. If you want to find me on social media, I'm at Latila everywhere. It's
Latila.
super
Are you
easy.
on Pinterest too?
Yeah, it's at Latila.
Okay, okay. So do you take a lot of your TikTok and repurpose it and put it on
Oh,
Pinterest and
that's a good
figure out
question. I
yeah.
do. I repurpose most of my TikToks. The ones that are specifically for TikTok, like the platform, like the trending sounds on TikTok, I wouldn't repost those because they wouldn't be relevant for other platforms. But
Mhm.
anything that is related to marketing or features or just content or anything like that, I would just take it and post it on Pinterest, post it on um, Facebook Reels, not on Instagram,
Mhm.
because I was like, I actually want to test out. I don't love Instagram as a platform, but I did want to test out Facebook Reels. So I was like, I am posting on Facebook, Pinterest. So it's Facebook or Instagram. If I post it on Instagram, I'm not going to post it on Facebook. And if I post it on Facebook, I'm not going to post it on Instagram. So it's
Okay.
one of the two. And then I was also just starting to get into YouTube Shorts. So essentially, if there's short form video, like if there is a copy of TikTok on that platform, I'm probably using it to just repurpose my content.
Okay. Okay. I have heard of, which I know this isn't about TikTok, but I've heard about the you was it called the
YouTube.
YouTube Shorts,
Mm-hmm.
and they're starting to do more short form videos too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, everybody, all of the platforms were like, "Well, TikTok is here. It's
Mm-hmm.
growing. Everybody loves it. Why don't we get in on that?" So essentially, for YouTube Shorts, it is similar to TikTok. It's similar to Instagram Reels, but the way how the YouTube platform works, you have to remember that YouTube works with kind of it's very heavy SEO type
Mm-hmm.
platform. So you do have to have the right title, and you do have to have like a good you don't necessarily have to have a good thumbnail, but for regular YouTube search, having a good thumbnail will help optimize your chances on the regular YouTube search. So YouTube is slightly more work, slightly. Um,
Not as easy as TikTok. I think TikTok
it's
is
a
the
little bit
easiest
more work,
one.
but if you can just like if you're just like, I'm just gonna think of a really good topic, if your topic is a hook of some sort and you put that on YouTube, then it would perform pretty well.
Okay, okay. Just wanted to dab a little bit on that YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Well, you are absolutely fantastic. I definitely have to keep having you on
Thank
this show
you.
because you have gave so much valuable information in just that short amount of time. Like, wow, I was thinking to myself, she's the podcast is thankfully going really well. But I was like, my downloads are going to go through the roof with this one. I know. Because everybody wants to know about TikTok. So I was like, I'm gonna have to keep her just coming and coming and coming every few months to give us some updates. But that is
Yeah.
great. And I will leave all your links in the show notes where everybody can get to all of your platforms that you're on and link to your digital courses and all that good stuff. But you are fantastic. I definitely have to
Oh,
have you
thank
back.
you.
Definitely. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so I close out the show. I do like a quick this or that game, or would you
Okay.
rather? Just a few questions. People have fun doing it, and I don't know. Everybody loves it, so I just say I'm just gonna keep doing it because everybody likes it. But I'm just gonna give you a few questions.
Okay.
Um, I saw this question. It made me laugh. I don't know how it's gonna make me feel. It make you feel, but the question is: would you rather have no one come to your wedding or your funeral? I just had to ask.
Or no one come to my wedding or what?
Yeah, would you rather have no one come to your wedding or your funeral?
Oh, my wedding. Super easy.
Really? You would rather have no one come? And then when I saw the question, I was thinking to myself, well, I guess I'd rather have nobody come to the funeral because I'm dead and I won't ever know. So they better just
No.
come to my wedding.
Well, the thing about it is that I eloped. So I'm okay.
Yeah, you eloped. Now you need to tell us the tea
I
on
was
that.
good with it.
Did you tell anybody or you just
Yeah, we did. Like we told everybody, but I was like, I actually don't want a big wedding. I don't want a bunch of people here. Like, can I just it's super awkward. Like, I don't know how people do big weddings, but I was just like, yeah, that's not for me.
I totally understand. I thought maybe you snuck off. I was like, "Oh, give me the tea now. Give us the tea." And how'd you pull that off? But yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. I didn't have a big wedding either. It was just I didn't want that is too much for me. Too much. Too much. Would you rather would you rather get rich in a way that disappoints your family or just make enough money to live?
What do you mean by disappoint my family? What does that mean?
Whatever that means to them. But you're gonna get rich doing that,
I
or
mean,
you just make enough.
if I'm happy with it, then I'd rather get rich in a way that disappointed my family. They'll get over it. They'll get over it eventually.
Exactly, exactly. The same thing I thought. Same thing. I said they'll get over it. Who are they? I'm rich. Yeah, I'm a rich and grown. So,
Exactly.
would you rather eat fast food every day or never eat at any restaurant again?
No, but see,
Look at me thinking too.
if I'm eating fast food every day, then I'm probably not eating at the restaurants that I would want to eat at.
Yeah,
So,
I wouldn't want to eat fast food
yeah,
every day.
I don't think I would want to do that.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm gonna give you one more. Let's see. I have a whole list here. Uh, would you rather have to cook the big holiday meal every year or clean up and do the dishes afterwards?
No, I'll cook.
You like to cook?
I don't like to do the dishes.
I don't like either one.
If you give me a choice of do the dishes or cook, I'm always gonna choose cook because like I can deal with the cooking, but doing the dishes,
Yeah, and I even still with the dishwasher, it's still a lot of work.
yeah.
We got to figure that out. That's what we got to do.
They need to just be magically done. Okay, so just
Yeah,
by
I know at one point though, I have a lot of kids. Me and my husband, we share six in all. And for a while, I was just buying a lot of paper plates. I was like, I am not even trying to even turn on the dishwasher. Y'all just kind of throw them plates away. Now they're all teenagers. They don't do paper plates no more. But back in the day, yeah, paper plates, paper forks, everything. Just throw it in the trash.
yeah, it's easier.
I'm getting lazy. I'm lazy.
Make it easy for yourself. Listen.
Exactly, exactly. Well, thank you so much for joining the show. We definitely will have you back on again. You is excellent, 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 excellent. I'm gonna actually
Thank you
go
for
back and
having
take
me.
my own notes.
That, listen.
I am. But we will definitely see you again. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
So now I'm gonna push end. I push end.